Hey, what's up, New York and the rest of the world? Thanks for joining me. And in this video, I have a softcover 5x7 photo book from Printique. Now, Printique is an Adorama company. They're located here in Brooklyn. And if you remember, I ordered these mini books not too long ago. These are really cool, but I wanted to kind of go into a larger format and see what the product looked like in hand, maybe generate some interest, inspire some of you. Maybe you guys would be interested in printing your own work, especially at a low cost, because this cost me about $35 and it has 30 pages inside. Because I consider street photography an art form and photography in general to be very artistic, I'm interested in creating a photo product that I can eventually sell on my website and accommodate different budgets. So this is a test run of what this product is going to look like. And the Printique process of creating a photo book like this is fairly easy, and you're able to upload your logos, your branding. So this came out exactly as I intended it to. Very cool, very simple, and I want to walk you through some of these shots and how the layout is. Now, this first spread is a photograph I took off of the Williamsburg Bridge, and it's a subway train with the shutter drag on it, right? So I took the photo, put it as the first page of the spread, thinking that if I ever do a photo exhibition, or if I'm trying to write something here or sign my name, personalize a message to friends, family, or clients, that I would just use this page as sort of a message area. So with that first page being a subway train, I figured that I would continue sequencing it out to tell a story of the subway, from some shutter drag on this photo to a MTA conductor. Then I wanted to take an interior shot of the people of New York inside the subway, just so I can try to capture the experience of what it's like riding the subway and the kind of people who ride the subway. Going along with a train theme, I went to Grand Central Terminal and saw a conductor over there where the trains were at. Decided to take a photo to continue on with the theme. Inside every subway train cart there's a variety of feelings that you feel. It's pretty disgusting, it's pretty interesting, it's pretty cool, pretty scary. So I wanted to capture this photo of what it would look like to see into the other cart. And of course, this photo I threw in there because it's a frame within a frame, and I thought it was interesting. Now, this photo I've talked about before, and it's called Lightspeed, and I shot this at Grand Central Terminal where the trains are stationed. Oftentimes you might see one or two people, when it's not so busy, walking by themselves, and so if you get a chance to take this shot, you can get some interesting people walking around the frame. So I decided to use it as a spread for this particular book because I just like the way it looks. So the next couple of pages, I wanted to introduce a smoking theme. This includes someone lighting up a cigar, puffing away on a joint, or just, smoke in general. And I shot these two with the Nikon Z8 28mm Nikkor F2.8. And for this photo, I actually had low light, so I used a Godox M1 RGB mini creative light for the shot. Now this is Yuri Ichiro. Now I took a photo of him in Manhattan, and crazy enough, like a few weeks later, I run into him in the subway, and I was able to give him an actual print of that photo, and he's using it as his profile now. It's pretty cool. Now, keeping with the smoke theme, here is some steam coming out of the sewer, right? And so I was out in Wall Street and I took a couple of these photos in a recent video I did. And here's some other photos. One of this gentleman walking near the Trump building. And another one close to Central Park off of Broadway. It was raining during that time. And this spread is a photo I took of a gentleman sitting down on some steps in Brooklyn, and it just looked like a mix of, because he's holding a phone. It's sort of my nightmare in taking photos of people is that they're holding their phones, but he's holding a phone and you have that old architecture with modern looks. And we head over to the Brooklyn Bridge, and in this first photograph is a friend of mine named Lucy. Now I'm currently working on a documentary about two musicians, Lucy and the other one is Mario DiSanto. Now they're both talented musicians with two different styles, and so I decided to include Lucy in this particular spread because of the Brooklyn Bridge and how awesome it looked from this perspective. And it doesn't matter how many photos I've seen of the Brooklyn Bridge from this angle, I still love looking at this perspective. Now the paper quality in these pages are uncoated matte finish. This is a shot from the Manhattan side on the Williamsburg Bridge pedestrian path. It was my first time walking on the pedestrian path. I have a video of it if you are interested. It's going to be in the description, so take a look at it. And you can see how I captured this photograph. And this shot was from the Manhattan Bridge. And of course I have a video of how I captured this shot. And this is a very famous shot. I mean, there's a million photographs that look like this, but if you wanted to capture your shot, you can just go to that area, and I have it in my video where it's captured. And this is a photograph of the underside of the Williamsburg Bridge on the Brooklyn side, and there's a video of it so you can see where I photographed that from. And this is the last page of the book, and this was shot at Mercer Labs, the Museum of Art and Technology. And this is the Kuka machine, which is kind of a scary robot that writes in the sand behind some glass. The whole museum is filled with these interesting rooms, LEDs, projections. I mean, it's quite an experience for what you get. And this particular shot, it's towards the end of the exhibit, and the machine just kind of eerily moves around, writes messages on the sand, and so people gather. And so it gave me the opportunity to go way behind against the wall and take photographs of this silhouette and the machine being, prominent in focus. So if you wanted to get that shot, I have a video of Mercer Labs so you can kind of see where I positioned myself, and hopefully you can visit and get your own shot just like this. And so that's it for this softcover book. It's about 30 pages, uncoated matte finish, and it's front and back. You can do spreads, you can sequence the order of your book, you can even upload JPEGs that have your own design or your logos or signatures or any alterations to the photos if you wanted to add, design work to it besides the photography. So you're not just limited to the full bleed here. You can, create white borders around your design if you'd like. But overall, I think this is a great value. This cost me, just for one book, 30 pages, about $35. I went to go pick it up at Printique. They had it ready within 2 days. Now for me, I think this is a good cost-effective way to get your work in print before you start producing bulk orders of softcover photo books. But what do you think? Is this a good cost-effective way to showcase what your work would look like in a soft photo book format? And let me know in the comments if you figured out a different way to showcase your work in a book format. Let me know. Also, tomorrow, February 2nd, Groundhog Day 2024, I'll be getting the Apple Vision Pro, and I'm going to be doing a review on a photographer's perspective. I want to see how well the Apple Vision Pro integrates into a photographer's workflow. So we'll look into utilizing Photoshop to do edits, how the photo results end up looking on a large screen within the Apple Vision Pro. All of that should be interesting. So please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tune in tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you then.